We're out here in Dartmouth with a great client that we're doing all types of work on their home. The jobs consisted of the deck renovations, a screen room, and a kitchen. We're going to start with the deck renovation right now. The original hot tub was recessed into this deck and it had failed. It had been there a number of years and it had failed. So what we did was the homeowner bought a new hot tub. We got the right dimensions and the specifications of the new hot tub. We reframed the deck and structurally made sure that it was structurally sound to support the weight of the water and the deck. So we'll show you underneath, there's footings and beams underneath this. But we brought the new hot tub up here. We installed an emergency disconnect, what the original one didn't have, so we brought it up to code. And so now they can enjoy their new hot tub right here on their existing deck, right outside, and it's safer so they can get into it easily. So the next part of this project was building the screen room on the end of the deck. This staircase, what is the original staircase that was on the end of the deck. What we did was we disassembled it from the existing deck and put it on PVC pipe and rolled it over to this location and installed this actual jog was here, and we installed this existing staircase to the existing deck, reusing it in its entirety. So here we have the screen porch portion of this project that we built. And I just wanted to point out that we didn't use conventional footings. These are helical screws. It's a great system. Once I found it, I can't say enough about it. It helps us with so many different details of the construction. One, we don't have to bring an excavator in to dig footing holes. Two, we don't have to bring concrete in to pour concrete footings. Also, they are easily placed exactly where we want to put them, where concrete footing tubes can have a tendency to be off and be misplaced when they're setting up or whatever. These, we lay the project out, we run a string line, and these helical screws are exactly where we put them. I can't say enough about them. We're using them on every deck and screen type porch that we're building now. So like I had said, this staircase was on the other side of the deck, the original deck. And we actually took this staircase, we disassembled it from the deck, and we rolled it over here in place. We have some still pictures of that, but we reused it, set it up on helical screws, and put it in. Another thing that we did, because they use their backyard and it's a nice space and you know, they like to enjoy their yard, but the original deck, the pressure treated lumber was looking bad. It was horrible. It was all moldy and it just didn't look good. So we did price out in wrapping everything that you see underneath here in PVC. It was crazy money. It just didn't make sense to spend the money here. So we talked to the painter, we power washed it, and we came back and we painted everything white. And it wasn't even a quarter of the cost of PVC. So it was much more cost-efficient way of doing this. So this was the screen room portion of this renovation. And we wanted it to be as open as possible. We wanted to make sure that there was as much airflow as possible, and they could also we did change their access from the deck to the house. So that also involved the kitchen. But this was a great system. It was all done with pressure treated lumber, 6x6 beams, 6x6, double 6x6 up there. Again, it's on helical screws. The screens, I forget the brand that we used, but it was just a wide open screen, and we used the fiberglass screening. Everything is screened in a standard storm door, and we married up and matched their existing deck with the same decking out here. Now we get into the kitchen portion of this renovation. Again, we did the screen porch and all that work outside, and we changed the entrance. The entrance to their deck used to be where this refrigerator is. We took that out because we needed more kitchen space for this chef's kitchen, and we put a triple slider over here to the screen room. We wanted flow. That was the whole idea of this kitchen, was plenty of access, plenty of room for entertaining, and a great flow for their first floor. That was what this was missing. Some of the cabinetry we reused and painted, and then we married it up. This is existing cabinetry, this is new. Nobody's the wiser that we did that. Cypress Design did a great job as far as maximizing the cabinetry space. The layout, I can't say enough about it. The client absolutely loves it. The island has all kinds of room around it. It can be used as preparation. Chef's stove and range, chef's sinks, chef's dishwasher, all kinds of utilization for space, all kinds of counter space, all kinds of drop space right out of the refrigerator. So we didn't mess up the wall space. We've got the pop-up outlets on the counters, which are beautiful. I think even on the island, if you back up a little bit and you look at the side of the island, those are not only are they plugs, they're USB ports in the plugs. So it's got it all. It absolutely has it all. By the way, this looks like wood. This is tile. This is a tile backsplash, but it's got that wood look. Again, Cypress outdid themselves. And the chef's kitchen with the shelving and everything, I can't say enough about it. The client absolutely loves it. We walk over here. This was unique. I believe the dogs' names were Eloise and Travis. They're like large poodles, if you will. They're fluffy and curly. They're probably both of them are about this high. They're absolutely adorable. This space was entirely designed for them. They couldn't share a bowl, so they needed their own separate food bowl and their own separate water bowl. And we've got this lit for them so that it's always lit if they want to do that. There's food storage. These are tilt-out cabinets underneath that they keep the food in, and then pantry storage above. This bank of cabinets was existing. So we reused, and there was nothing wrong with them. We changed the hardware, we changed the hinges so that all the soft close was all, working correctly, and they're using it for food storage, and it has all the soft close hardware. Island for 4, dining room right after that, living room, family room space. People would die for this kitchen, to have this open floor plan right on through. These walls weren't here, there were no walls, so it was just a kind of like a poorly designed kitchen that we made it 100% better. Another thing to point out, this floor, I'm going to call it a tile floor. This is not tile. This is a vinyl click and lock type floor that's glued down. We fully adhered it, so we made sure that the subfloor was solid. Nobody's the wiser. And the reason for this was the dogs. This floor will last 50 years and no one will it'll never get anywhere. So that was that. And then we tied in again on both the existing hardwood in 3 different areas.